Well, my topic is the new iPad itself.
Ah, okay. Yes, this does tie in.
Yeah. Um, so here we go. We have a new iPad.
Yes, we
It's not
do.
the iPad Air or the iPad Pro. It's just the standard iPad, the regular one, the cheap one. Um, we got some updates. They redesigned it. They got rid of the button, Touch ID button.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, I mean, that was coming for a while.
Mm,
Like all the iPads are away from the touch button now.
yeah.
So that's a good upgrade. So that means they moved Touch ID to the power button up top, just like the iPad Air. The iPad Air has that.
Yep.
We've upgraded to the A14 Bionic chip inside. So not M1, but this is just the regular iPad. I don't think it needs M1 or M2 at
Yeah.
that point. It's a good chip. It's going to do fine. They've also moved the front-facing camera. It was always, like, if you hold it like your phone, like up like this, it was always at the top. So, but most people hold their iPad like this. So they
Mhm.
moved it to like the middle on the side, which that's all right. That's good for like video calls. Everyone holds
Yeah.
their iPad like landscape anyways.
Yeah.
So that's a welcome change. We got a new keyboard. This is the part I'm a little confused about.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a folio keyboard. It can snap on to the bottom just like the Windows Surface does, and you can just take it off whenever.
Mm-hmm.
And it also got a back cover with a kickstand that just flips out. This keyboard has a row of function keys. Very nice. That's awesome.
Indeed.
I
Yes.
love that they added this. And I'm going to get into the bad parts at the end. So for now, we just got that. Folio keyboard, function row keys, nice kickstand, back cover. These are optional purchases, by the way. It also got a USB-C port.
Mm.
Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, why are you still on Lightning? iPhone. Anyways. We got some awesome new colors. It comes in like blue, green, yellow, and red, I think. Those are the four. And, okay. All right. You know what? We're going to get into the bad stuff now. We're just going to start off right away. It's now compatible with the Generation 1 Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
Now, if you kind of link two things that I said just now, it got USB-C, but it's compatible with Gen 1 Apple Pencil. I don't know if you guys remember the Gen 1 Apple Pencil, but the way you charge it is through the top, and it has a Lightning
Mm-hmm.
port. How do you
Yeah.
charge this? How do you charge this Apple Pencil? Apple gave you a solution.
Obviously, their genius solution.
Yeah, they create a problem, and then they just solve it for you. So when you buy the Apple Pencil, you now get an adapter included. If you want to buy it separately, it's $8.99 Canadian.
Boom. What a steal. $9 for another dongle.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a USB-C to Lightning adapter. You just need a USB-C cable, plug it into your iPad, plug it into the adapter, and then plug in your Apple Pencil. This is ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense because, like, look at with the MacBooks, they changed them to USB-C, and then they added some ports back and they changed it back. And it was like, thank you. Why did they now think that this was a good idea to do with the iPad?
I mean, I get it. The camera is now in that spot where the Generation 2 Apple Pencil would magnetize to. So the camera's technically in
That's
the way
true.
of that.
I
But
didn't
then-
think about that.
But then don't move the camera.
Yeah.
It will, like, it's fine
Yeah.
on the top of the iPad. It's fine. I would much prefer having them not moved the camera and instead made it
Yeah.
compatible with the second gen Apple Pencil.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
So yeah, because charging it now is just a hassle.
Hmm.
They for the AirPods, they now added it so it can charge with the Apple Watch charger or the MagSafe. You have other options. For the Apple Pencil, you don't have another option.
Yeah.
It's just Lightning.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous.
It is.
Additionally, the Folio keyboard is not coming to the new iPad Pro. The iPad Pro got some other updates as well. It got the M2 chip. Otherwise, pretty much the same. And the keyboard just isn't coming to the iPad Pro with all these function row keys. And like the Magic Keyboard is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It floats and all this, right? It makes your iPad look like it's floating. Cool. But like add the function row keys maybe? Like that's a pro feature.
Or like just give them both options. You can get this keyboard or this keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that.
Instead of just like, no, only the regular iPad gets it, which seems weird. Again, we already kind of talked about this before, me and you, but that is what I would consider an upgrade. Why are they not bringing it to the higher end models?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they're I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'm sure they have some sort of plan. Maybe it is coming to the iPad Pro later, but
I would imagine they have to bring it at some point.
Yeah. It's just weird that it didn't come now when they're already giving updates to the iPad Pro, because that's all they announced. Like they just gave it the M2 chip and that's about it. I mean, they gave the display a little bit of an upgrade. It can now tell where the Apple Pencil is hovering above the display, and it shows you a little icon there.
Right.
Which that's nice.
That is nice.
But like otherwise, we didn't get anything new for the iPad Pro.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like if you would expect them to bring it to the iPad Pro first, if anything. Yeah. That's what I would have imagined.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They just want to like test it out with the iPad for like, I don't know what the plan is there. Whatever. I don't work for Apple, so.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see. We'll see how what the future holds.
Yes.
All right. We'll get back to the regular iPad. Final thing I wanted to mention is it now costs $5.99 Canadian. This is up from the previous price.
Mm.
I don't know if it's like it's now. I think it's still the cheapest iPad, but it just went up in price. I think it's fine. I think in the US it went up like $150. Like that's a good jump, but I don't know. I think it's still going to sell.
Yeah. I mean, considering how much the phones are and they continue selling.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I guess, yes, you use a phone more in most cases, I guess, depending. I mean, obviously if you're like into digital art, then maybe you'll use your iPad like a ton, but, it is a bigger screen. So if anything, like I would almost expect it to be like more expensive than a phone, but it's significantly less expensive than like the iPhone 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in that sense, I could see people seeing it being like, yeah, well, I paid $1,500 for my iPhone. So why not shell out $600 for an iPad? Or more if you're getting one of the other models, but I mean,
it still has those fundamentals. It's still it's got a bigger screen now, so it's got that. It does work with an Apple Pencil regardless of the little adapter situation. Like that's people are going to deal with that if they actually want to use it, and it is a cheaper solution to if you do want to use it for art or for notes. It's still a good option.
Good stuff.